There's a big problem with Coruscant that was driven home and doubled down on by Disney in episode 3 of The Mandalorian. Actually, it's a small problem. That'll make sense in a minute. First though, let me give you a little Easter egg because I'm feeling extra generous today. Did you notice that the concept art that you probably skipped at the end featured some Hutts attending the speech? Unfortunately, that seems to have been cut from the show, probably too expensive, but what we have to assume is even more expensive is the cost of living on Coruscant. No one seems to be able to afford it. It's rather empty, because in the last episode we just got the first Star Wars live action mention, I think, of Coruscant's population.
Trillion permanent residents.
It's not a new number, 1 to 2 trillion people has been canon for a while, but Disney had the opportunity to fix it here. Instead, they doubled down. You might think, a trillion? That sounds like a whole lot of people. That's what I originally thought too, but it's still way too little for a planet like Coruscant. Many people smarter than me have done extensive calculations on this over the years, and figured out that Coruscant with 1 trillion citizens would only have a population density of 2,123 people per square kilometer, which is ridiculously tiny considering the 5,000 levels to this planet. Manila here on Earth has a population density of 43,000 people per square kilometer, and that place does not even go nearly as high or as deep as Coruscant. The most densely populated place in history on Earth was the Kowloon walled city in China, with nearly 2 million people per square kilometer. And that place was only 14 stories high. And while that place was in the best of living conditions, the whole thing was very much described like the lower levels of Coruscant, I still think you'd be able to safely fit even more into Coruscant. But let's take that population density, span it across the entire planet, and we get 900 trillion. We don't know the density of Coruscant, but regardless, it's at least supposed to be in the tens of trillions, if not hundreds of trillions. But wait, I'm a Star Wars fan, I have to find a way to justify this. She did say permanent residents, I guess. Seems like 99.9% of those people are vacationing. Got him!